Well, Chrome extensions are add-ons available from Chrome web stores which allow you to add on new features or control behaviors of the places you visit using Chrome browser. Access to what Chrome extensions you already have, disable them at chrome://extensions. Now you can build your own Chrome extensions as well to design the user interface in a way you want. Say you want to remove all the side video sessions from YouTube, or you want to control the browser or web the way it behaves when visiting a particular website. We'll be using a manifest version 3 which has certain benefits. As moving on to the service workers, it has certain security benefits when you're using like third-party extensions, so you can be sure that it is not using a remotely hosted code or like that. And there are others that you can visit on developerchrome.com. Now we'll be installing our extension locally. We won't be uploading it on Chrome Web Store, so it'll be a pretty quick thing. And for this session, what we'll do is we'll simply create an extension where we'll try to block out the Google served ad page. So let's first open W3 Schools, and say if we go to HTML section, it'll show certain advertisements on the sidebar and on the top bar, and these are Google ads. So if we do an inspect on them, so there's an iframe within this div container that has this attribute data Google query ID. So for now, what I'll do is I'll try to create an extension where it tries to find any div by CSS selector and then simply turns its visibility to off, and then we'll see what we get out of it. So let's begin with it. We'll start with creating a manifest.json. First, manifest version, name, web tweaker, version. This version is for the extension itself, so for now we'll call it 001, actually 010. Description, so an extension, customize sites to hide Google ads. Now what we'll do is we'll add content scripts. So here we can provide it a set of attributes. So if you look at content scripts, it has matches, CSS, JS. So we can give it matches where it will match a particular domain, and if the extension is installed and you are on that domain and you have provided any CSS or JS, it will primarily inject it into it. There are even other kind of matches, like you can exclude a particular path, you can include certain paths, and a whole lot of it that can be checked into documents. For now, let's proceed with the current bit. Pull it here, and for now we'll just provide a CSS, and for the matches let's pull in the URL that we are trying to look at as of now. So this, let's keep it as it is. We can also have it like this, so it will match any path which has a subpath within w3schools.com. So now that we are done with this, let's open styles.css, and what we'll do is we'll simply pull that div identifier. So if I remember right, it was somewhere above iframe. Here it is. So what we can do is div and the attribute. This will select for all the divs that has this attribute, and then we can mark the display to none and visibility to hidden. Now my CSS is a bit rusty, but if the selector works, this should be able to hide it. So now that we have this done, let's just see what the path is. Now what we need to do is go into extensions. We need to make sure that the developer mode is on. Click on the load unpacked, then select the Chrome web tweaker path. Now we see we have the web tweaker 010 available here. We can enable, disable it. We can even go into details, and if you want it to be working on incognito mode as well, we need to enable it especially. So allow in incognito should do it. Now it has a reload button, so any change that we make here, we can simply reload it directly from here. We just need to make sure that this path doesn't vanish. So currently I have it in temp. Make sure that you have it either in your home directory or in your workspace, somewhere where it will stay. So now let's go here on our W3 schools. We have a advertisement here and up top. Let's just refresh it. Now as you see, we don't see the ad anymore. Let's just refresh it once more. It's not occurring. Let's just go back, open the inspect. So now that I select the div with data Google query ID, you see that it's marked with display none and visibility hidden, and that's why we are not seeing any ad and we can't even click on it. So this was with the CSS. If you want, we can also add a JS to it. So content.js. Let's create a content.js, and what should we do here? So for content.js, let's just do a quick bit. Document dot get element by tag name. Let's just fetch the title itself with the first bit. Inner HTML is equal to changed. Now let's go to extensions, reload it. Let's go to the W3 school site and reload the site to see if it changed, and it changed. Now what we can do is we can actually make it apply for all the sites. So for that, if we go take a look at the match patterns, we'll see it allows certain special cases like all URLs, file, and then it also allows you having patterns like this. Also let's duplicate it and enable it for HTTP, because when we don't want ads, we don't want ads on either of them. Now let's reload it and see if it's still working there or not. Now that we have changed it to match other URLs, let's try it for something else as well. So let's open google.com. It worked. The title is changed, and since there are no Google ads on it to hide anyway, so that won't be the case. That was it. Thank you.